Okay, here we go. This might be one of the large video because I'm going to break down this whole stack you are watching in there. And the reason I'm recording this one is because I've been backtesting this data from April, and it turned out you can see the date that before even 18th of April I got 8%, more than 8%, which is more than enough. I got 8 trades with 75% risk, 75% win rate, which is great. But you can see the move actually happen after 10 days of the month, and this drastic move. But before it's been so linear. You can see clearly from starting 0 we went 52, and then we went back to only 2 or let's say 3 USD, and then we went back again at 53, and the whole the range between these two numbers is like 1 2 3 4 5 6 days, which in and only because this is the backtest. During backtest I was like freaking out, or let's say I were getting frustrated by the result, and I just can't imagine that how I would have react if this one happened in live market. This kind of piano going up. Anyways, so we can clearly see that we went for another pullback, and then after that straight bullish from there on. So yeah, that's how it went. Let's see. Let's show you how this one went. Alright, starting from the chart, this is where it all begins at the first of my bad. Oh hell no. Okay, so this is where it all begins, starting from 1st of April. Yep, this is the one, and we went straight bullish from there on. You can clearly see that. So now let's get back to higher time frame. Starting from there, first of all, we only see 2 time frame into direction, as you know. Only H1 daily and H4 for direction and H1 for key area, and in this one we can clearly see that H4 is bullish. We don't have, yes, price has created this fair value gap, bearish one, but if you look at the left, then we don't really have any zone that price disrespect yet. If price disrespect any bullishness, this is where we are. We will think about moving bearish, but in this case everything is looking great. So yeah, this is the fair value gap from which price has reacted, as we can see clearly, but I don't think I'm really too getting paid on that. Or okay, let's forget about going with whole high time frame narrative. Let's only show you the entry and the trade only. Alright, so first of all we have, okay, I think first one was okay. Okay, so first of all, first one was at 1st of April. So we had the market open in this one. My plan was to go bullish. Price went all the way back, shifting the structure, and then create this engulfing candle. And that is where I do one thing as my teacher does, and he showed me something, and that is the 1 minute confirmation, which sometimes save you from a lot of losses, and then sometimes you get wins, but those wins aren't very big enough to capture. but still a win is a win. I mean, it's a good thing that I'm able to avoiding losses. So there it is. Okay, so the first thing I see, I mean, I want to watch after having that 5-minute engulfing is that, let's say, this is where, oh, turn out I have to change the color as well. Okay, give me 222. Alright, so first of all, let's say price is moving bearish and then create the engulfing candle in the 5 minute. So in 1 minute, what I'm going to try to look is I will try to find any type of fair gap, order block, or anything. I want the price to make a pullback and then hold in this level. So if price break below, it is very likely that this one was only a liquidation and this will be continued bearish. But if this one is push up, it usually means that open market players are kicking in and the direction is real. So by the way, I'm aligning this with high time frame, so everything mixed up together. We are going to be bullish. So in this case, we had this one. I wanted the price to move bearish first of all, so it did, and then you can see that it's not moving quite aggressively bullish. Couple of range candle and then one big candle, but still it has a big wick, for which I decided to avoid this one as well. And then the next one turned out to be an engulfing candle. Put my SL below here, and there was a high time frame area, I believe, which is why I put my TP on there. It was only 1:1. Now I know during backtesting I was thinking, what the fuck am I doing, only taking 1:1? And I know in real life, I mean during live trading, this would suck, man. This would really suck, I know for a fact. Then let's look at the next one from 5 minutes, and there we go. This is the 5 minute, and this one is a quite loss, we can clearly see. And the reason I have said at the beginning of showing chart from H4 that even though price is creating the bearish fair value gap, but it didn't disrespect any area yet in the left. But since I didn't notice that and price were creating this fair value gap, so I marked that one out. We can clearly see that price at the beginning moved bullish, and then it just got me out, create this moving candle, and I just took the entry without having the 1 minute, whatever I was saying, 1 minute confirmation. Now I would like to take a look at the lower time frame in 1 minute, that how this one really played out if I have taken the 1 minute entry. This is the 1 minute time frame, and we have this engulfing candle closed here. After that, what I would like to do is wait for price to, let's say, as price has moved in this fair value gap, I would like to see the price to move in this one, and it did. After that, what I would like to know is having this engulfing candle in M1 and that didn't really happen in this one, so this loss would have been avoided by the 1 minute thing. I mean, you can clearly see that 1 minute is everything is two-edged sword, two-sided sword. It can hurt me or it can make me profitable. Then the next day comes in where we can clearly see this is the range bound, and I haven't taken any entry, not because it is a range bound, how I wouldn't know, because the half time frame wasn't aligned with each other, which is why I decided to avoid this one. And yeah, turned out it was a good decision. After that, we have this one on this day where price was also, my bias was bullish on that day as well. Price moved bearish. First of all, I was thinking about bearishness, but then price created this one, I should have taken this entry, but I was like, okay, it doesn't look very good because we do have a couple of area blocking my way, like this one. So I decided to stay away from chart on that day, and you can see that price just move accordingly. Doesn't really matter, doesn't change the result I do have right now. And then that is the next day. I would say this one is good when it comes to the target area. You can clearly, I mean, first of all, it is a two-edged sword, as I've said before. Price move bearish on the way back towards the key level and then create this engulfing candle. I was supposed to look into there, but I didn't, or let's say I did, but price didn't respect that area and moved bullish. I mean, let's take a look at what happened here. Turn out price really did react from that order block, and we had this fair value gap and then this whole order block. So what I could have done is, yep, it was good. I could have executed just a little bit below, but still it was a good one. 1 minute was good, 5 minutes was good, high time frame direction was good as well, so yep. But again, you can clearly see that this one is 1:1 only. I really would have freaked me out in live market. How far am I? One loss, one win, one loss, and another win. So overall, just one win. It is. And this is another day. We can clearly see that market open in this bearish area. My bias was bullish, everything was bullish, but price decided to break below, take all the liquidity, not all the liquidity, just this liquidity here, and then reverse bullish. But still, then I saw these areas blocking my way, and I thought, okay, let's just avoid. Still, I could have executed on this one when I had this thing, but I just didn't, and later on I did regret like why I didn't execute on that. I mean, these are the type of days where during live session it really takes all the energy and break as a trader. And then this is the next one, engulfing candle and 1 minute confirmation, execute, price went bullish, bearish, and then bullish again. 1:1 would it be good in this one, but still I closed half of my position when price went here, and it just went bearish all the way. So this is the, so now you can clearly say that I am only half profit sitting on. And then this is the first 1:2 of this one. Price went bearish. Oh, sorry, this one was, oh, okay, open market was here. Price went bearish a bit, moved above, wait for the confirmation, market gave the 1 minute confirmation. Let me show you this one. Here I have the price moving bearish for a couple of times, for some time, and then when after engulfing candle I draw this favorite gap. Price went there, create another engulfing candle, execute while putting my SL below, and it waits not straight. Waited for a couple of hours, and then it really, not couple of hours, how long was it really? I mean, whatever, oh yeah, it was couple of hours, okay, 2.5, but it's still good, not as bad as FX where we have to wait like 6 hours for TP to hit. And then comes this one. This is another good one, I would say. We had, I mean, this is the area where 1 minute entry feels a bit bad, because we can clearly see that. And another thing is that if sometimes that market open and it really moves toward my direction in the first candle, it is very much likely that price will really come to take all the liquidity, which is why it is good and it is quite slow, but overall everything is good. So let me show you the 1 minute entry again. Okay, here we go. We have this expansion in 5 minutes. Let's say this one is the engulfing candle, price went bear. There doesn't really have any fair value gap, so price reacted from the least order block, we can clearly see, and then shifted this fair value gap, or let's say inverted this fair value gap, tap in there. I was thinking about executing on this one, but then I was like not really sure because we do have this order block holding me. So when price break above this one, I execute, and we went a bit of a drawdown. I would be freaking out, then went bearish, and even after hitting the TP I would really be freaking out by watching the movement toward upside. But still everything is great on this one as well. So now on the next one is another one. So this is the one, a lovely one. Market open, went bearish, take the liquidity, manipulation happen, and then move bullish. I again execute. The reason we can see that the TP is quite low, even the price move here. The only reason is I've been drawing key level to exit, and those key levels were somewhere around here like this. So during live session I don't really know that price will move that much higher. I just execute on my plan as I have said. So this is the one in here we do have. Okay, so this is the fair value gap. Price went there, moved bearish, moved bullish, but wasn't confident with this candle. Waited for more informational candle, and then price create this engulfing one, execute on there, put my TP in the area, and yeah, that's how it went. Nothing else to talk about in this one. Then comes another day of missing my entry. I could have just win in this one. You can clearly see that price went bearish, moved bullish, shift again. This is where I had the lower time frame in 1 minute confirmation, but still I decided not to look at that day when I saw we have these area blocking my way. So I was like, okay, let's not do anything. And then the last one, which is this diabolical one. So market open in like here, tap into, didn't really tap in there, but it still moved from there on. We have this engulfing candle, and after that engulfing candle I have looked into M1, and where I got the perfectly reaction, bullish engulfing, execute, put my SL below, have my TP at 1:2, and this one was the longest one. You can clearly see that price literally, I could have just exit from here, but still price decided to put me in. And this is the trade I actually took during live. Yeah, it was a bit of struggle. So that is how I really went from, you can see that one win, one loss, one win, half loss, big win, big win, another big win. Yeah, that's really it. Only 4 1:2 is all I need to make it. After that, oh my gosh, my neck. This is the whole piano. That's it.